Highway 231, 9 goals, and 1 new luchador mask. What do they all have in common? Stay tuned to find out. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Into the Inferno Season 1, Episode 4. I'm Sky. I am joined by Patrick.
What up?
And Juan.
Hello, hello.
And we are here to talk about Dothan United. It's time for the season to start. It's been a little while since we talked on here, guys.
It has.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
good to be back.
It's great to be back. We haven't really had a ton to talk about. We just got our first look at the boys in red and black.
Most of them.
We still got some on the way that we're going to keep secret for now. But we still got some guys making their way down to Dothan.
Making their way down to
walking fast.
They coming in hot. They coming in hot.
Sorry for your eardrums, by the way. Just to recap, last time we had Coach Carl on here, which was fantastic. We always love being able to talk with Coach. It's our goal to one day bring everybody on here as much as possible. Like bring on players, bring on coaches, you name it. But let's get into what we've been up to in this short break. Inferno-wise, we've been busy. We've been doing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest news is that we are going to be having watch parties this season, which is exciting.
Super stoked.
You know, last year we weren't really able to watch Dothan United whenever they played away matches because, to be honest with you, half of the division didn't stream their matches. We're looking at you, East Atlanta. Yeah, we had to rely on people with our team going there and going Facebook Live to watch it.
Bootleg, but it worked.
Yeah, that's where we got Big E's weather report from.
Yes.
And we loved it. Shout out Eric. But yeah, since then, the league has come in and said, hey, we want to grow the sport. You need to stream your matches. And so they're mandating it. Or at least that's what we understand. So what we're going to do is we are going to have watch parties at the Thirsty Pig in downtown Dothan.
Thirsty Pig, one of my favorites.
TTP.
Shout out Carrie Farrell.
Yeah, shout out to Carrie. She's been great. We're going to be doing watch parties over there for all of our away matches. Our next one that we've got up, I believe, is... What is it? Oh, we're not doing all of the matches. We're not doing Montgomery and Columbus. Because
Why
we're
is
going to
that,
be
Sky?
Because we are going to be there.
What?
The Inferno hits the road.
Yeah, road trip.
Yeah, but we are going to be traveling to Montgomery and Columbus, so we're not going to be here to have a watch party.
Mm-hmm. Y'all come join us.
Yeah, come join us in Montgomery, Columbus, and at the Pig. But yeah, we're going to be having watch parties. It's going to be a great time. Come over there, grab a little something to drink, grab something to eat, and just hang out with us.
It is family friendly, right?
It's absolutely family friendly. You can bring the kids, bring your grandma. Let her come and cheer on Dothan United.
Come one, come all.
Bring everybody.
Bring your mama and them.
But yeah, we're just going to be out there hanging out, and we're going to be there probably about maybe an hour before kickoff.
Yeah, you got a pregame, you know?
Yeah. The problem is that a lot of our matches are in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. I forget which state Asheville's in.
North Kakalaki.
North Carolina. So they're in Eastern time. And so their matches are at 6:30. So we're just going to be heading over there as soon as we get off work to the Pig to be watching matches. So come join us. We'd love to have everybody. Next order of business, we got some new banners. You're going to see them whenever you come into Rip Hughes Stadium. I know it may not be the most exciting thing, but it's big for us. It adds to the atmosphere, and we are really excited about it. They're really cool. One of them says Vamos DHN. The other one's got a skull, and it says red and black until we die. And then we got new banners for some of our new rivalries.
New rivalries.
Rivalries. as you know, we had 3 teams added to the division this year, and we lost. I believe it was just Athens.
Yeah. Athens,
yeah. So, in case you haven't heard the news, Athens United is no longer in USL League 2, and so they are no longer in the South Central Division. But we got Apatheos FC, we got Columbus United, and we got Montgomery United.
Who?
Yeah, we don't like them.
Who is that last one?
I don't know. I've never heard of them. So the first one coming up is this Saturday. We're going to Montgomery for the 231 Derby, and we are very excited about it.
Yeah, it'll be a good practice game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd be a great warm-up. Get the boys flowing together well. But really, we're excited about the Derby. We're excited about having a rival that is so close and in-state. We just hate their guts.
Yeah, it's simple.
Yeah, they have been testing all of us.
They have.
I'm
we didn't start anything, by the way.
No.
Yeah, we didn't
If
start
you're curious.
anything.
Like we were just minding our business, excited about a new rivalry. That was it.
Yeah, we were just doing our thing, but they decided to call first shot, and they got first shot. We're going to get the last shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need everybody to go up to Montgomery this weekend. I
don't think we have anyone going. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to get people to travel up there.
I don't know.
It's gonna be so hard to go. I don't know.
Yeah, no, we're bringing as many people as possible.
Absolutely.
We want to take over their house. But yeah, we're gonna have the 231 Derby this weekend, and then turn around, and we are going to be playing Montgomery at home on the 17th. And we'll get into the match previews later, but we get kind of a double dip of Montgomery right at the beginning of the season.
I hate that they got to start their season 0-2 like that, but it's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Well, some things just have to happen, and that's just one of them.
Death, taxes, and falling to Dothan United 9-0. Just some things you can't help. But the other rivalry that we got a new banner for was the Peanuts and Cola Derby. With Columbus United, they're the home of.
Now those are good people. They're good
great
people. I mean, they're going to lose to us, but they're good people.
Yeah, shout out to Eleni Hitchcock. She's GM with the club. Shout out to Victor Feliciano. He's over the SG
Cavalry.
Ginger, she's great.
They have a supporters group.
Yeah, they have
great.
a real supporters group.
That's awesome.
They're not made of plastic.
Yeah, they're real.
Oh, gosh.
They're good people. We've been working with them. We got some exciting things for that, so stay tuned to that. But yeah, other than that, we've been planning travel, trying to get people to Montgomery, get people to Columbus. We were wanting to get as many people up there as possible, so we're going to see what happens. Everybody who can, make your way up to Montgomery and Columbus. It's a 2-hour drive. That's nothing. Yeah,
You do that when you're going to the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing. Make it a day trip. Go up there.
I'm sorry there's not a lot for us in Montgomery, but our boys are going to be there, and we got to support.
Yeah, we got to be there because, we didn't get to travel at all last season, which was a shame. But this season, we're hitting the road, and we're going to support them. It's going to be boring. Go out there.
I hear they got great places to eat.
Yeah, they got great places to eat, and that's about it. You go up there, beat the tar out of them, eat, come home. That's going to be it.
Meet us at the Y, baby.
Yeah, meet us at the Y. At the Emory Fulmar YMCA soccer complex. I heard that it can seat like 4,000 versus our like 10,000.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's like, isn't it like the facility worth like $6.2 million or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
very pricey.
Man, I bet they got really good grass.
For that price, they better have padded seats.
Yeah.
But no, make the trip up there. There will be plenty of seats up there.
I heard the village people are going to be there too.
The village people are going to be there. It's fun to play at the YMCA. Yeah, we're really looking forward to it.
We're ready. As you can tell, we're pumped.
It is rivalry hate week.
Yes.
We clowning.
Yeah. like we're really just hitting it heavy and hard because, we got Montgomery, then we got Montgomery at home, and then we got Columbus away, and then we got a few other matches coming up, a few home matches.
So that goes back to where we kind of branched off there with the plan and travel and everything is we got up to the 17th with Montgomery, but then we've got
the
Columbus
24th.
On the 24th.
Yes.
That we will also be traveling to.
Yes.
And they will be playing at what?
They're going to be playing at Memorial Stadium.
Memorial
it's known
Stadium.
as A.J. McClung.
And that's pretty cool. Good for them.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Great
looks,
field.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Good looking place, yeah.
And we're going to be tailgating there. We're going to be teaming up with the supporters group there, the Columbus Cavalry. We're going to be hanging out with them and just having a good time and then screaming at each other during the match and then hanging out again afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
As it should be. But yeah, it's going to be great. Next up in the Inferno, we have some very exciting announcements.
A bit of internal business.
Yeah, a little bit of internal stuff just so y'all can peek behind the curtain and see how things are done. We have a leadership group. It's people who have been in the Inferno for a while, and they have shown that they're very committed to it and that they care about supporting Dothan United and supporting the Inferno and doing good in the community where we can. So far, it has been me and Patrick and Juan, but we're very excited to announce that we had some new people who have been brought on to leadership. We have brought on Matthew and Amanda Fergus. They've decided to take over tailgates.
Thank you, Ferguy.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys.
Yes, and we love them. They've been in it since day one with us.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
They've been at most matches, and they've been willing to do whatever it takes to get stuff done.
A very integral part of everything that we've done so far.
And we have brought on Matt Fleming as well, and he's been helping out with a bunch of different stuff. He's got a few different projects that he's working on, but we really appreciate him. He has been doing everything he possibly can to help us out. But
yeah, him and his little girl, they're basically constants at the games as well.
Yeah.
Didn't y'all, well, Juan, I forgot you weren't there. Her little custom Yago kit that she had on.
I saw pictures of that.
Saturday.
Yeah.
That's not custom.
The
She got
cutest.
it from Yago.
No.
I thought she got
Matt
it from
had
Yago.
that made.
Wow.
Yeah.
The cutest.
That's crazy.
It was so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, they surprised him with it.
Yeah, they
like in terms of like,
Yago.
that she had it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It blew him away. He loved it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Yago loved the kids.
Oh, yeah. Yago loves hanging out with the kids, and, they're big fans of him, and they always flock to him for some reason. I don't know why.
It's that smile, man. He's got a good smile.
Yeah.
You got to give it to him. Yeah.
But, yeah, we're very excited to bring on the Ferguses and Matthew Fleming and bring them on to leadership, and we're very thankful for what everybody in the Inferno does, but especially people who have stepping up, and they've been helping out a lot. But the other thing that we've done, speaking out of helping out a lot, we had a lot of people attend the Child Advocacy Center Spring Fling a few months ago. Well, it was like 1 month ago. We were...
Rest in peace, tailgate tent.
Yeah, rest in peace to the tailgate tent. Okay, so I've got a story about that. So not only do we have rest in peace to the tailgate tent, rest in peace to my cornhole boards. We came out of there battle scarred. We went to the Spring Fling. We were invited to come, and we're very thankful to be able to link up in the community and help out where we can, and give back to the community where we can. So we came and we set up at Solomon Park, and we had tailgate tent, and we had cornhole boards and a table and candy, and it was a great time, except it was very windy that day. And we decided to put a shade wall on the tent so that we wouldn't be like burned by the sun. And the wind decided to make it into a sail, and it destroyed our tailgate tent, even though we had it. Yeah, even though we had it like weighed down, it got destroyed, and so we had to get a new one. And then some kid decided that our cornhole boards looked like a springboard, and I think I was able to fix that one, so we'll see. I used some nails and wood glue, and we'll see. But
anything for the kids,
anything for the kids. Like, we had a great time at the Spring Fling. We were able to hang out with a bunch of people, get them excited about the season, and pass out a lot of candy. But, yeah, that was a great time. But now we get to talk about what everybody has been waiting for.
Lucha's new mask?
Lucha's new mask. We need to talk about that.
Just joking.
No, we do need to talk about that.
Yeah, we do.
We're very thankful to Go Kickball Dothan. We haven't told Patrick the whole story yet.
See, I'm still a little upset that y'all could keep this secret for so long.
David Peacock with Go Kickball Dothan.
Shout out, David.
Great dude. He reached out to Juan and was like, hey, we really want to come together and get Patrick a new Lucha mask for the season.
Why would Patrick need a Lucha mask?
I don't know.
Oh, I guess just to hand a Lucha because I'm pretty close to him. Yeah. Okay.
But he was like, we really want to get together and collect donations to get him a mask. And he organized pretty much all of it. And members of Go Kickball, they donated towards it. Members of the Inferno, they donated towards it. I don't know how we kept it a secret for 3 months?
Yeah, wow. Yeah. It was hard. It was hard.
It was really
even
hard.
down to the making sure everyone's there that needs to be at the practice last Friday.
But he got the Lucha mask made, and if you go on social media, you'll see it. It's beautiful.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah, for our audio listeners, it has a red part around the face, and it has gold things on the side that sparkle, and it has it has 2 gold dragons on the side, gold around the eyes, and then in the middle of the forehead, it has the Dothan United dragon in gold and red.
Last year I had the big dragon on the center, if y'all remember that look. This one is the actual team crest in place of that, so it's gorgeous. It's perfect.
If you want to see it, you can look at our Facebook page.
Yep.
Or come to a match. Yeah, see it in person.
Match, check us out on socials. But yeah, I wore it for the first time this past Saturday. Absolutely love it. It's perfect. I cannot thank David, Go Kickball, my brothers and sisters in the Inferno enough. It was completely unexpected. I'm completely undeserving, but I'm so grateful.
Lucha deserves it.
Yeah, absolutely. And hopefully,
Patrick, tell Lucha that I said that.
I will tell Lucha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Lucha doesn't get sun poisoning or heat exhaustion.
SPF 70, please.
It's actually this one. I've heard from Lucha that this one's very much more breathable than the last one was.
Perfect.
Good. We can't have you passing out. No. Lucha passing out.
Can't have Lucha passing out.
So what else is new?
Well, we got new players.
Oh, new players.
We got a lot of new players announced.
His name is Santi. He's from Colombia. He came to score, came to score, came to score, score. Man.
And did he?
Wow.
Oh, he did. Santi Hoyos, he scored 4 goals for us.
I hate that I wasn't there. I saw the highlights. Looks awesome, but man, I bet it was wild to be there.
He
is incredible to watch. He's a leader. He's very vocal.
Yeah, I noticed that from the practices. I mean, he's always communication, he gets upset when they do something wrong, but he's very clear with the communication, and that's what I really, like to see from the team is if you notice, even during the practices, constantly communicating with each other. I don't know what it was like on the match. What was it like?
Same.
It was the same.
Yeah.
He's also very intentional. It looks like he's taking to the leadership role really well. I mean, obviously we don't know what's going on in the locker room, but dude's a boss. He's like a baller.
Killer.
We are very, very happy that he decided to come play for Dothan.
Yeah, on the list I have him as a /superstar.
Yeah.
But
I believe I was talking, I think he's a center forward, which we didn't even have a center forward, I don't think, last year. So that's huge because you get a guy that can help, in the midfield, but also he acts as an attacker and striker at times too. So he kind of plays both roles. So I think that's going to be huge. I mean, and we're still not complete, with the team. So
This thing that I've noticed about him too, he's not a poacher style striker. He's going to track back. He's going to find the ball. He's going to find spaces. He's going to do whatever he needs to do to either score or get somebody else in position to score. He's not just going to stand there and wait for it, and that is massive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what else was massive? Ryan Manna.
Oh, yes.
He scored 2 goals for us on Saturday.
And he did a little dancey dance.
Yeah, I saw that in the highlights, and I'm like so glad they captured that because that was to be able to be there and to see that on the highlight, him doing that little. Oh man, yeah, so fun.
We have a lot of goals to go over.
The thing is, Ryan, he didn't just score 2 goals. He also registered an assist on the day too.
He did.
So that's coming in clutch right there. 2 goals and an assist.
I noticed in the stats there's quite a few assists, right?
Yes.
Like I think that's huge too. We're not just getting it done like one-on-ones. This is team building plays.
Out of 9 goals scored on the day, there were 7 assists.
That's awesome. That means we're moving the ball. Like that's cool.
We also had 2 goals from Ezra White. It was on his birthday.
Dude, so awesome. I'm excited about Ezra too, man.
I am too.
Like College of Charleston, I believe.
Maybe.
I think so.
I have a hard time remembering all the schools and stuff.
Speaking of new additions to the team, that is Ezra. Yeah, he hadn't really
that's right. They haven't announced him. Yeah. Well, he played and he looked awesome. Welcome. Ezra White. Look out for him on the socials. I'm sure he'll be soon.
Spoiler alert, there might be another one on this list that hasn't been announced yet.
Yeah,
but he announced his presence Saturday.
And that is Matty Everett.
Oh, yes.
Matt, he scored a goal in the match, and it was beautiful. Like all the goals on Saturday were they were fun to look at. They were so beautiful.
You want to talk about a beautiful goal? It's the one we haven't spoken about yet.
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
It's been shared on so many people's socials. I've
the
shared
little
it.
flick with the left foot.
I has shared it.
Oh man, it was beautiful.
And it was one of the ones that did not have an assist, and it's from a homegrown player,
one of our favorites,
Alec Pelangin. Gorgeous goal.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Just pure finesse.
Yeah.
I mean that little left foot just flick around, dude. I mean. People don't understand, like, that's not easy,
he put
in
that
pressure like that.
Skates.
Yeah, like.
You almost felt bad for their defense and their keeper.
I felt bad for the goalkeeper. That's for sure, because a lot of times he was just left high and dry. They went right around the center backs like nothing.
Yeah, because, we had scored 5 goals within the first 30 minutes of the match, too. That's we set the tone early.
That's crazy.
And the funny thing about that is Coach... If you watched his post-match interview, he was not happy with the way they played in the first 5 minutes.
I love seeing that. I'm like, that is so Coach. That is so Coach.
Come on, man.
Yeah, give him a break, Coach. Oh.
But other new additions that we have not talked about yet.
Just want to hit the assists.
Huh?
You want to hit the assists
we
while
can
we
hit
were
the
on
assists.
Okay. So we touched on a little bit that Manna had an assist as well as his 2 goals. Also assisting Alexander Blanche, 2 assists.
And let me tell you, from the moment I saw him the first practice that I went to when he was in town, that boy hadn't missed a step.
No.
I'm so glad he's back. Like
some of the guys from last year, they're not just as good as they were last year. They are better.
Salas too.
Last year.
Yeah, I've gotten to go to a couple of practices. And Patrick, you've gone to a couple too. And the guys that came back from last year, they just look like they've taken that next step up.
For sure.
There's a reason why, they're playing for us again this year.
Exactly.
And they're just phenomenal. And we love to see guys like that come back and become, hometown heroes.
Who are other assists, Patrick?
Richards. He had 2 assists as well.
That's good.
Yep. We all covered Manna's assist. Ezra White also had an assist. And hometown boy Alec Pelangin got himself an assist too.
That speaks a lot that some of the goal scorers also had assists. So it's just like, I think that just speaks to how well rounded the team is going to look this year. Like, they can score goals, they can play the assist part. They're unselfish.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. And while we're talking about the match against AFC Mobile this past Saturday, I want to shout out to the Causeway Rebellion. They had a fan come up from Mobile. Drew, if you're listening to this, you're the GOAT. He came up and he hung out with us for a little bit, helped us lead some of our chants at one point just because, the match was 9-0. But he's a great guy, and we just want to shout him out.
Yep. Drove all this way, brought the flag. He even was handing out Mardi Gras beads to some of the fans. He was making the best of it. And for what was a very bad day for him, but you wouldn't know it looking at him.
Yeah. And I got to trade a scarf with him. So shout out.
And shout out to the real supporters groups out there.
Yeah. Shout out to the real ones. You know who you are.
Y'all know who one of the new players I'm excited about?
Who's that?
Jaden Strumeyer. Strumier. I don't know how to say it. Well, I guess we'll figure that out. But man, even though defense obviously didn't get tested too much preseason, the practices though, I don't know if y'all saw them lobs from backfield. He was just sending to the center, to the midfield, perfect passes
on a dime.
I'm just excited about having that capability, to where we get in pressure situations and he could easily win the ball back and then make a brilliant pass to go with a counter. That's just that's going to be big.
Right. I watched a little bit of tape on Jaden, and the big things that I got from that was that he's accurate, physical, and able to squeeze balls in tight spots.
Boom.
But another guy that we're really excited about is Kevin Pierre.
I think you might have some inside information on
look,
Kevin Pierre.
It's not a secret. We've let everybody know that we started following all the players that we thought were coming to Dothan United ahead of time. So some of us have started messaging said players. Kevin's been announced, so everyone knows him. But anyway, he posted on Instagram today. We're recording this on a Tuesday. That he was driving in South Carolina, and I'm fired up. I sent him a message. I was like, when you headed to Dothan, we're ready. Vamos DUSC, and he's like, I'm on the way. And I don't know, that's just so cool. Like he's just, it's one thing going to those practices and seeing some of the new players for the first time, like in person, and like shaking their hand. And it's so crazy. This is how you love and support your team. When you see those new players and they just already feel like that's my guy. Yep. You look at one player and you're like, that's my guy, and you don't even know these players, but it just, they you see the colors they're wearing, they repping our logo. They're repping DUSC. Like, it's just like, man, those are our guys.
And it goes back to Coach Carl, where, he doesn't just go out and grab the best players in the world. You can be the best player in the world, but if you don't fit that culture, you don't come.
Yeah.
So we know when these guys get here, they're not only going to be great players, they're going to be great humans.
Yeah.
And that goes a really long way because meeting all these new guys at the practices, like, it's just immediate. It's like, oh, so we can vibe. That's cool. Y'all are already coming up here and meeting us and spending some time together. It's like that's what this is about.
And not only that, but one thing I wanted to bring up whenever we talked about the Mobile match was the chemistry between the players. How they're already building that. And we're seeing that. There was one moment, Gabino, you are my guy. Like, you're my guy. He shoulder checked.
Oh man,
another player.
Nice.
I saw the clip. Do you saw? Yeah. I think it was his brother that caught it.
Yeah, his brother. Yeah.
Dude,
he shoulder checked the guy, and then Santi gets up and starts like chirping at him, telling him great job.
Gabby hitting that grown man football out there.
Yeah, that was great.
Dude, yeah, that was so awesome. To
see. While we're mentioning Gabino, I've got to do a shout out to the friends of Gabino that were at the match on Saturday.
Yep.
They were awesome. They were the section down from us, sitting front row. They had made their own little homemade flag and everything for him.
That's awesome.
They were there and they were loud.
Big shout out to them. They were great. I went down and hung out with them for a little while, even waved their flag, just hanging out. They were great.
Yeah, they were absolutely great people. You know, I went up to him before the match, and I was like, "Hey, just so you know, you're in the supporters section. We're going to be here. We're going to be banging on drums and be yelling and all that. If you're cool with that, feel free to stay. Just wanted to give you a heads up." They were like, "Oh no, we want it to be loud." And I was like, "Great, you're our people then."
We're family. We're family.
That was great.
Dothan es familia.
And speaking of additions to the family, we've got AJ Palma. He's going to be joining us. Ivan Gonzalez. I have really liked what I have seen from him.
Yeah, he's an AUM guy, right?
He's
AUM
guy.
AJ's from Spring Hill, I believe. No, do I got it mixed up?
You may have it mixed up. Audrey is from Spring Hill.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, Ivan, he looks great.
Yep.
And he looks like he's going to be a difference maker on the field. We're excited what all these guys are going to be bringing this season, but especially him. And next up, we do have Adrian Rodriguez. Sorry about that. He's from Spring Hill. We have Jermaine Forda, goalkeeper. Jay, great guy.
Dude, he's so great.
Great guy.
AJ's from Georgia Southern.
He's from Georgia Southern.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
I love talking to Jay because he's so British.
He is.
Like everything's like mate and class, and I'm like, I love you.
Yeah. He also showed up on Taj Indian Foods social media the other night.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, have you been here before?" And he's like, "No, this is my first time." And he's like, "I play for the team." And they were like, "Oh, gotcha." But Jay is super nice.
He is really nice.
Got a chance to talk to him at practice. And
just one thing, Jay, if you're listening to the podcast, you do have to realize that when you see Birmingham on that schedule, that is Birmingham, Alabama, and not Birmingham in England. So just want to clear that up.
We also have Mohamed Samaya. He's joining us. Ryan Holmes, Will Knocker. He's already here.
Yeah, Will looks good too.
Yeah, he does.
We have Clarence. Forgive me, I'm not good at French.
L'Oreal.
There you go. He'll be joining us. Yvonne Jolivet. Again, not good at French.
Jolivet.
Yeah, but we have all those guys joining us. We also have a couple other players who they're already here. They haven't been formally announced, but they have already played for us. That is Ezra White, Devontae Richards. I'm not going to say that one just because he hasn't played for us yet, but he is here.
And I'm looking forward to when he does play.
Oh, I am too. Whenever I saw him in practice, he looked really good.
Yeah, he did.
Matthew Everett, Matty, he scored for us. And then George Jeremy, he's also here. And he has the cutest little kid you will ever see.
Absolutely the cutest kid ever. And he played really well Saturday too.
Yeah, he did.
But the little Crocs.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
His kid was wearing little tan Crocs, and they were adorable.
Yeah, that was cute.
They're like seriously like this big.
Yeah, they're like
if you want to see, there's a photo of them out to dinner. I think at Cheddar's when they went. There's a photo of them online on the social media.
After that we had the match against Mobile this past Saturday. Great experience. We had it changed to a scrimmage. It was going to be a preseason match, but weather had other ideas.
The weather forecast had other ideas.
Yeah,
the weather was perfect.
I was jealous being at work at my gig.
Yeah,
and then how the weather just cleared up. I'm like, oh man, and it's like that perfect sunny but cloudy kind of weather where it's like
it was a nice breeze blowing out there.
We didn't even have to wave the flags; they were just waving themselves.
Yeah. Like I didn't even have to use a cooling towel on a game that started at 4 p.m. in South Alabama.
I did end up a little burnt though.
I got a little sun myself.
Yeah, and then my wife ended up with a giant X on her back from where she got burnt and tanned from the dress she was wearing.
Y'all need it.
But
you get the burn out the way now. That way, come June, you're all right.
Yeah, I mean, it really was a tune-up match in like many more ways than one. I know for Patrick, especially like warming up his vocal cords, and then our drummers getting warmed up and ready for the season. It was great, and then we got to watch a brutal killing of AFC Mobile. Again, I really hate it for Drew, but I love it for us.
I love it for us.
Whenever we talked about the match, the one thing that we have noticed is that our guys are significantly quicker, and they are much more precise than they were last year. And that is a deadly combination.
Yeah. Yep.
And so we have a lot to look forward to this season.
Well, and it looks, to speak further onto that, like, it's like they know they're like all thinking like 3 plays ahead. Like they just know what to do immediately when they get the ball. There's barely any time for what should I do? It's like boom, they just know what they're doing. And that's what catches the other team off guard when you're able to play quick like that and efficiently with the passing and stuff. Like that's deadly.
Yeah.
And having been to a couple of the practices, I will say that all that comes from practice.
Yeah.
The drills that the coaches are putting them through in practice, you could literally see it come to life during the game. So that was really cool because they practice every scenario.
That Friday practice that we went to was awesome. Not the very last drill, the fun drill, but the drill where they were playing a specific formation. We won't give it away.
We don't know nothing about no formation.
But
we ain't no snitches.
Yeah, no. But just to see the different scenarios and what they would do. Again, we're not gonna give any details away. That was just cool to see the technical aspect of practice like that. Like that was fun.
Absolutely. Going to all the practices has been a really fun experience and really insightful to see like how the different pieces come together. And we've been very thankful for that.
Yep. See, that's the cool thing is like we have been away for a little while here on the pod, but all the things we've experienced since that we can sit here and just be so excited about now is amazing. The practices that we've got to go and watch and see how the team builds and then see it come to life in the friendly against Mobile. And now looking forward to seeing that come to life in an actual league match up there in this Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday's coming.
Hide your kids, hide your wife. We coming to Montgomery. We taking over.
We are. I mean, from what I've seen at the matches, like we very well could have more Inferno people there than Montgomery has fans. I'm not going to say anything put in stone, but it's looking like we could do it, boys.
I'm really excited to see their supporters group, and just kind of get to meet them.
To meet the Stormtroopers, get to know them.
Love to meet them.
See if we could collab, trade some ideas.
Yeah. Trade scarves.
Trade more than insults. But yeah, it's all in good fun. But we do play Montgomery this Saturday away at Emory Fulmar YMCA. I believe it's at 7:30.
7 is what the tickets say.
Okay, it says 7.
So let's go with 7.
So be there, be loud.
Meet us at the Y, baby.
Make it a hostile environment. We want to beat Montgomery's tail. Like, to be honest with you, I care a lot about how the season goes, but I don't care as long as we beat Montgomery twice this year. Like, we could lose every other match, just beat Montgomery twice.
Yeah, we won't, but...
Well, yeah, like, we would prefer for us to win every match, but as long as we beat Montgomery, that's all that matters. And then we're going to get a chance to do that again a week later on the 17th at Rip Hughes Stadium. We're going to play Montgomery again, and we are going to hopefully beat their tails again. Show Lowbro how it's done.
Yeah.
That's a home match. I understand if you cannot travel, especially with it being Mother's Day weekend, this coming up weekend, but the home match the following week, there's no excuse. Come out to Rip. It's the best time you can have in Dothan.
Yeah. We will feed you for free if it's what it takes.
Get some Inferno dogs.
Get some Inferno dogs at the tailgate.
That's something we hadn't talked about yet. A new thing that happened at the tailgates.
Yeah, we had a
Saturday.
We had a family join us for tailgates this season, and they introduced something that we're calling the Inferno dog, which is pico de gallo on a hot dog.
Nice.
And it's fantastic.
It is.
It sounds delicious.
It's from someone that hates a tomato with a passion. I didn't think I was going to like it at all. But the way it works together with the jalapenos in there, and everything was perfectly fresh. So it just worked. It was hot, but it was cool.
Did you still put any mustard or ketchup?
No.
Nope,
What
just a pico.
What they're going to be doing is bringing Chipotle mayonnaise.
Okay, I was going to say, I got to have some kind of sauce.
Yeah, she said next time there would be Chipotle mayo to put on the side of it.
That sounds great.
That pico with the Chipotle mayo, that's going to be the official Inferno dog. And yeah, I'm sitting here salivating right now thinking about it.
It was so good. They cooked the hot dogs fresh at the tailgate, and they did a great job. Shout out to the Moraleses.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna have a good time whenever Montgomery comes to our house.
Absolutely. And if you're new to the teams, let's say you're a new supporter, you're a new Dothan United fan. If you're a little confused, because Montgomery does like to call themselves the Red and Black. If you're a little confused of who's who, the jersey with 100 logos isn't ours.
Yeah, the ones that looks like they graffitied advertisements on it, that is Montgomery's.
Yeah, our jerseys do not look like they came from Liga MX.
Yeah.
But we're going to hopefully destroy Montgomery. And then after that, we hit the road again.
On the road again.
Look at that.
Just can't wait to get on the road again. We are going to be going to Columbus on May 24th. We are going to be partnering up with the Columbus United Cavalry, the supporters group for Columbus United, and we are going to be hanging out and doing a tailgate at Memorial Stadium, AJ McClung in Columbus. To be honest with you guys, I am not very familiar with Columbus, but I went and visited the stadium last time I was passing through, and it is like one turn off of 431.
Yeah.
It is super easy to get to.
Yeah.
It is not out of the way.
Most of their big facilities are like that. They're right off of the highway. So.
Yeah. It's in that same area where they have their baseball stadium, their hockey stadium.
That's what I figured. Yeah.
Yeah. And we're going to be hanging out there and tailgating. Tickets are cheap, and they have been great to us. Again, shout out to Laney Hitchcock and Victor Feliciano.
Yeah,
and
good people. Good people. I'm excited for them getting a club, USL2 team. So
yeah. And if we do ever make the move to League One, we hope they come with us.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Yeah.
But we're going to be going and playing them in the first installment of the Peanuts and Cola Derby. And yes, there will be peanuts and cola at the tailgate. We have worked that out. Shout out to the Alabama Peanut Producers Association. But yeah, and then after that, we have a Tuesday match on May 27th, 3 days later. But who are we playing? I don't know. I don't know who TBA is.
I don't know. I don't know who that is.
I don't know who it is. I mean, we do know who it is, but we're not going to say who it is because the team hasn't released it yet. Yeah. We don't know that we're allowed to.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, so stay tuned. Pay attention to social media. But we're going to be playing another team on May 27th. And if it's the team that we have been told, it is going to be another very local match, and we are excited about it. And then we come back, and on May 31st, a Saturday, we are having a home match against Southern Soccer Academy. I was telling the guys earlier, I'm kind of excited about this one because I'm a big Sun Belt Conference guy in college, and SSA has some Georgia State players, and we got a lot of Georgia. They've got Georgia State players. We've got a lot of Georgia Southern players. And so we're getting modern day hate on the pitch, which is the rivalry between them. So I'm excited about that. But SSA will be a good match. Also learned recently that they're an academy club for Brentford, I think. Yeah, it's Brentford or Brighton, something like that. But that's how they get a lot of their players. And that is it for matches in May. And you will hear about more matches in June on the next episode of Into the Inferno. But before we do that, we wanted to talk about the Inferno and what we do. We're there to make racket at Dothan United matches. We're there to be loud and support our team wherever we can, make them feel at home, and let them know that they have people who support them. And then we want to get involved in the community. We have a few things that we're working on where we're trying to get some community initiatives taken care of. And stay tuned to our social media if you want to help out with those. But we would love for you to join the Inferno. Join us in the supporters section. Even if you don't want to do that, just be there and be loud. But we would love for you to come join us in the supporters section. If you want to drum or wave flags or just be there and be loud.
Or just be a voice. And specifically join in on the chants. Like, if there's one thing that the players love, I promise you, a stadium full of people doing chants, cheering them on, like, that's what they want. Like, that's what's going to pump them up. And that's kind of our duty as a supporters group, is to pump them up and, be the fans.
Pump up the jam.
Pump it up. That's what I was thinking.
But, and then if you see a dude in a luchador mask, do whatever he's doing.
Stop him, take a picture,
Take a picture, post it on the gram.
He's really friendly. As long as you don't talk bad about our team.
Yeah, you never know where he'll be. I know this past Saturday, he wasn't on the megaphone like you would expect. Like some other guy had the megaphone leading chants, and all of a sudden Lucha was up at the center pitch section on the 50-yard line, like almost up to the PA booth, walking through the crowd.
Let me tell you something. At one point, Lucha handed me the megaphone, and he decided to go on an adventure.
He went AWOL. No, I'm just
next thing I know,
he went on a walkabout.
So the supporters section is on one far end of the bleachers, and I look over towards the middle, and I just see him pop up like a groundhog. And I'm just like, what are you doing over there? And he just waves back at me. And then Dothan scores 3 goals, and so we have to do our "Oh Dothan United" chant. And I'm like, my lungs were not built for this.
Well, Lucha was over there trying to get crowd participation going, doing the chants over there with no megaphone, just trying to get everybody involved to be loud for the boys. Yeah,
and that's what they need, is us being loud. But yeah, join us at matches, and then if you want to get a little taste of it, join us at watch parties. We said earlier we're going to be at the Thirsty Pig for all of the away matches except for Montgomery and Columbus. Join us at Thirsty Pig.
And again, family friendly.
Yeah, family friendly. Bring the whole family, grandma, kids, bring everybody, and just hang out with us and cheer on Dothan United. And then you can always become a member, but that's mostly just for, technical stuff. If you want to serve on like teams and stuff like that. But main thing is just be there, be loud, and
yeah. I know you heard it post-match Saturday from at least one of the players. I'm pretty sure there was more than one, where they came up to us and they're like, we get it now.
Yeah.
So they've been told about the support in Dothan.
Yeah.
That was part of the pitch to bring them here. They've been told about the support. They've heard about the Inferno, and we weren't at full strength Saturday. We were missing the heartbeat of the group. Juan wasn't able to make it there. So we were missing a lot of people, and we were getting back into the groove of things too. Like my voice started cracking like 2 chants in.
Yep.
Sky's voice was cracking a little bit too.
Yeah.
So we weren't where we're going to be, but just the fact that they came up and said, I get it. Like,
yeah, that's the fun
awesome.
part.
Yeah.
That's the fun part. They come up and they're like, oh yeah, we get it now. And we're like, yeah, but you don't know.
Yeah.
Like we don't even have like half of the Inferno here. Like this is not even like a fifth of the attendance that we get.
And if you can't make it the 10th, like you have to be there the 17th.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, that is our first official home match, and we need everyone there.
We know the club's going to be going all out for that first home match. We're going to be going all out for that first home match. To the players, you hadn't seen anything yet. That was our preseason too. This past Saturday. To all the fans out there listening, please just be loud. Even if you're not joining our chants, if you can't hear us too far down the stadium or whatever it is, just be loud. That's what these players thrive off of.
Yeah, and if you want to bring instruments like vuvuzelas and like ratchets and stuff like that, bring those.
Or even like they do at the Providence games, the like coins in a bleach bottle or something like that. You know, it just makes a lot of noise.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're a college football fan, you know the stadium meter in the new video game, how like whenever it gets louder and louder, like the stadium starts to shake and like the meter goes to red and all that. That's how we need it to be for this match against Montgomery.
Oh, yes.
We need the stadium meter going off.
For sure.
But anyways, thanks for joining us for this episode of Into the Inferno. We should be back in about a month or so to discuss upcoming matches, past matches, stuff like that. But, you know, we wanted to wait a little bit before we got too deep into it, but also where we could get a good look at the team. And boy, did we get a good look at the team. And we still got players on the way. So
can't wait.
If I was an opposing team on this schedule, I would be very afraid.
Be shaking in your boots. But thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for the next episode and see you at RIP.
Remember,
Vamos Dragones!